Hi, what's up? So I've got this question recently about how to stream on console, and to be honest, I couldn't really answer that because I'm not really a console kind of guy, so I could only answer it like in theory. But we are going to fix that today. Today we are writing history. I'm going to fix, or at least I'm going to try and stream from a console. To my help, I have a couple of different important things. The most important things of all, coffee. Without it, there will be no streaming at all. The capture card, Elgato HD60 S. If you want to know more about this one, you can look in your right corner. Yeah, there should be like a little thingy towards a video about that. We are going to stream from this little piece, a more modern version of the Nintendo, which means that it has a HDMI, which is quite important. And we're also going to stream from this PlayStation 4. And yeah, I did tell you that I wasn't a console kind of guy, right? So PlayStation 4 will have to do. There are some differences in like PlayStation 5 and 4 when it comes to streaming. I mean, PlayStation 5, like most new consoles, have support for streaming native. But if you want to stream a little bit more, like you want to have a camera, you want to have special music, maybe you want sound effects and you want nice graphics and so on, all of that requires something a little bit more like maybe OBS and something. And then you need a streaming PC to help you out. And that's not only me actually, because the one that asked said that specifically. Right, so let's get into this. We are going to plug this in using the HD60 S and get it all rolling. We're starting off with Nintendo. If you're not interested in how Nintendo works and so on, you can just skip ahead. I will put it down in the timeline so you can skip to the PlayStation part. So this is actually the first time I try it. I haven't tried something like this before. I mean, it might be working or there may be some kind of weird issues. I have no clue actually. So let's hit it. I'll push power and we get the red light. That's good. Let's see. We got the picture. How about that? And now comes the really like interesting part. Do we get the picture in OBS? And let's pick scene with cam. And we got no picture. That's a bit of a bummer. Let's try and deactivate and activate the capture card, and there we go. We actually got a picture. Yeah, so this happens from time to time when you run the Elgato HD60 S, that for some reason it kind of, I don't know, it freaks out, so you need to restart it. You're doing it softly like this one is the nicest. Sometimes you have to unplug it, plug it, and see what happens. But here we go, we actually got something, and I'm going to try and see if we got the audio. It looks like we got the audio. I can't hear anything though, and that's probably because I have no headphones and stuff. I can see from down there, the bar, it's like, I mean, if I do something like this, you will have audio in the video. But I want to hear something as well. And if I bring a couple of speakers to play the audio, I could do that, but then the mic would capture the audio as well. So that doesn't really make it. That's not good enough. We need to get the headphones, and we need it to not interrupt the audio to the streaming PC. And frankly, sometimes you want to hear the audio from streaming PC as well, because if someone starts to follow you on Twitch or YouTube or whatever you choose to do, and maybe it could be that someone, well, does something, and yeah, you want to hear it. Maybe you play some music, you want to hear it. So having headphones connected to your streaming PC is probably the best advice. And I think this don't really, no, there's no like headphones out on this one at least. This is just perfect, having headphones. I can hear the music, I can talk with you, and you can hear the game as well. It won't do any echo or anything. It works actually flawlessly. I can just increase the volume a little bit for you. So this is very, very nice. It's like perfect actually, if I say it so. The only problem that we can have right now is that maybe because I'm going to put this in another section than actually Super Mario the game, maybe Nintendo is complaining DMCA because of the music. If so, I will have to change stuff a little bit. There we go. There we go. Not that hard. Whoops. All right. So now we figured out how to get the audio, how to get the picture, and it works flawlessly. So what about PlayStation 4? Can we get that to work as well, or are there any issues? I suspect that there might be at least one issue that we don't really have accounted for. So this is going to be really interesting. First of all, I gotta find some power outlet to put this power cord, and I'm going to switch a few cables. So, alright, PlayStation 4, let's see how that works. And I can see it's on the blue color here. I think you did get, yeah, we get some freaked out audio. Let's remove that. Alright, so we have strange audio and we have no picture. So I'm going to disconnect the Elgato just. So now we have disconnected the Elgato HD60 and I have an HDMI splitter and I explained the reason why in the video about the Elgato HD60. And as you see, now we actually have something. Now we have nice picture. What we're going to do now is basically the same whether or not you're playing on PS5 or PS4. And we're going to enter the options, activate it's actually called activate HDCP, and we're going to cancel that. And there we go. And beware, some things won't work when you have that shut off, as it said. And if I connect the cable now, it should work. Yeah, we have both audio and picture now. Perfect. Okay, so what I just had to do, so part one, I had to disable HDCP, which allows me to like content that's not DRM protected. I can actually capture that on my screen right now, which probably means most games will probably work, but the videos will probably not work. So yeah, it's a little bit like that. Then I had to do a hard reboot of the HD60 S, the Elgato. I had to pull the cable and connect it again. That's what I just did. But if we try now God of War, I think it should work. We got the audio. The audio from God of War is so beautiful. I really love it. And this took about 15 like real life minutes, including I had to run and fetch the Blu-ray or whatever it's called. I think that's actually okay. So this means that you can actually stream when you play. It's just that you can't actually... The only like downside is that you don't get like the immersive surround audio that you might be used to. That's actually a bit of a shame, but yeah, it actually works. There's a lot of noise going on this one, isn't it? It's just to show an actual gameplay. And some of you that are really perceptive will probably notice right now that there is like this dark border around the screen. That's just me not setting up the PlayStation properly. You could do that before. And if I'm actually going to stream this, like I'm going to play on stream, then for sure I will do it right. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm not going to play anymore. I'm not going to spoil. Beautiful. So I'm not going to spoil the game for you. Even I think it's really a beautiful game. I'm going to show it sometimes else, but we have done what we set out to do. You just use the capture card and you can actually stream both a new console like PS4 and PS5. They work pretty much the same. You have to deactivate the HDCP part. And you can also stream from like a modern version of Nintendo, Sega, or whatever you want to do. It works basically the same as if you stream from like a normal PC, as long as you use a streaming PC besides. So this allows you to have like a camera, a mic that you can hit, or whatever. So thanks you for watching. Bye.